Okay, it has been 3 years of us living here in southern Spain, in Rota, Spain, and we'll go over the top 5 things that we have enjoyed about Spain. Caroline?
My top five?
Yeah.
Um, the ease of travel, for sure. It's so cheap to fly everywhere in Europe here. We've visited so many countries on a little amount of money. Well, there goes the lawnmower. I hope you can still hear me. So ease of travel, the community, um, the parks that they have everywhere for children. I include that with I love raising my kids here, especially the younger ages, before like kindergarten, first grade, probably up to about second grade. There's parks. People adore your children. It's just really nice. You don't get the judgment. Kids aren't bothersome here. Third is the cost of living. It's very affordable here, from groceries to restaurants to childcare. The next would probably be weather. This is sunny Spain. We've had a lot of rain here lately, but that's not normal. This is what it looks like most of the time. It's lush, it's green, it's tropical, it's sunny. I don't remember what number 5 was.
The parks.
I kind of mentioned the parks. Okay, go ahead. What's yours?
Those are all good things. I think for us, living in Europe has been a real eye opener. Just like my wife said, I think for me, safety is number one. It is incredibly safe here. Caroline could go at 1 o'clock in the morning, walk to the beach, walk back, and no problem whatsoever. So it's incredibly safe. You don't see any weapons. You don't see a lot of police officers regulating everything either. You'll see them, the Guardian Civil will be around, whatever. But for the most part, it's very light security. You don't feel like Big Brother's watching all the time, which is very free and it's kind of cool. The other thing that I like is travel. I mean, you can travel in Europe. I have no idea why it costs so much to fly in America, because here I can literally get a flight for 4 seats and I fly us from southern Spain to Paris for like $50 a seat, which is amazing. We can go to London sometimes
Round trip.
for like $19 or $50 round trip. So it really surprises me how expensive it is back in the States. One thing that I did realize was I always heard in the States that trains in Europe were very cheap. It's not true. It's actually more expensive to take a train than it is to fly. So,
But it's less than plane tickets in America.
yeah, I mean, it's
So,
to give you an example, it'd be something like, okay, we want to go to Barcelona. We can either fly to Barcelona, which is an hour, and pay $40, or $60 round trip, or we could take a train and pay $89 for a 6 hour
one way.
train ride,
Yeah.
So you start thinking like, wow, it's easier to fly. Although the trains are amazing. They're bullet trains, they're fun if you want to just
Comfortable.
relax.
There's usually a truck and a coach in the back that has cervezas, beers, and little
Yeah.
sandwiches, and it's nice.
So travel's really great. We really like that. We learned a lot about cultures. The cultures here are amazing. Didn't realize how much I like German food. German food's amazing. French
But not a
food.
huge fan of Spanish food. It just gets old after a while.
Yeah, I'm not a big Spanish tapas guy. I like Mexican food. So I realized I love Mexican food. Spanish food, yeah, it's okay. Let me see here. What's the third thing? I think the biggest thing is you got to slow down here in Spain. It's about living versus working.
It
And
takes a while to get used to,
yeah,
but once you do, it's nice.
but once you understand how it works, nothing really bothers you. I mean, like you go to the grocery store or whatever, and you'll wait in line. I'll give you a perfect example. This happened to us yesterday. We went and we got a shopping cart. Right, we bought 5 things. There are 2 lines. One line is the quick line for 10 pieces of 10 items or less, and the other one's 10 items or more. So we say, okay, well, it's like 4 things we bought. So we take our shopping cart to get in the short one. We get warned 3 times by 3 different people that we cannot be in that line, not because of the amount of stuff we have, but because we have a shopping cart.
And
So-
not a basket.
And not a basket. So we just take the stuff out. Caroline takes the basket back,
and he
the cart
holds
back,
the stuff.
and I just
But
hold
it
the
was
stuff,
just
and they
kinda
allow me
silly,
in the
but
line.
yeah.
So those kind of things are hilarious, and you're like, okay, sure.
You just kind of roll your
Yeah.
eyes.
And the other thing that I love, I will tell you one thing that I really love: roundabouts. Love
Oh,
roundabouts.
yeah.
Why we
Good
do
one.
not have roundabouts in the States, I have no idea. But roundabouts are amazing. So I'm gonna miss roundabouts, but I will not miss the planning of parking lots. They will literally have a parking lot that goes one way in, and you got to go whoo, like a bazillion different ways and go one way out. Versus, and you're like, the street's right there. Why can't I just make a right, right? But they don't do
And
that.
no left turns. You
No
have to
left
go
turns.
like way past the place you want to go.
Yeah.
And go around the roundabout and then come back and turn
Yeah.
in.
So that's kind of weird.
But you don't see a lot of accidents.
You don't
Maybe
see a
that's
lot of
because there's no
accidents.
left turns.
Maybe. Cost of living, I agree with that. Cost of living is amazing. One thing that I love here is how fresh the food is. I didn't realize how packaged American food is. I mean, it's just, even when you go to McDonald's or you go to Burger King, you get real. It's like the Burger King, McDonald's when we were kids in the '70s, man. It's legit meat, man, and the produce is all grown around here. It's all fresh, nothing prepackaged. You don't see a lot of plastic stuff, but because of that, stuff goes bad really fast.
Yeah.
But it's also very good. I mean, we can go down the street and I can buy a liter of milk and I can buy 24 eggs and it'll cost me maybe €3, which is amazing. Fresh butter, cheeses are amazing. So we're gonna miss that. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. The clothing, the food. One thing that I really like and I really miss is just the way everybody dresses. I mean, in America, I feel like
Yeah.
we've kind of become bums a little bit. You know what I mean? But out here, it's collared shirts, it's loafers, it's no baggy pants, no gangs on the corner, nothing kind of crazy. So for that, I'm gonna miss that. It's kind of neat. I don't know if that makes sense or whatever, but it's kind of cool. What else?
We've just really enjoyed our time here. I also like how the homes, even though there's pluses and minuses about it, but the homes here have walls around them. So you're kind of in your own little oasis. Your yard is, people don't just look in at you while you're playing in your yard. But yet again, that could also limit you from actually getting out of your yard and meeting your neighbors. But I like the privacy of it, even though Spain is such a big community place, they like their privacy when it comes to their home. So that's kind of cool.
So one of the things I also learned was the history of Spain, which was really cool because, I'm Latin, so my ancestors all come from Spain. We have a lot of Basque history here, a lot of Iberian Peninsula. That's where my family comes from, a lot of the Basque up north. What I didn't know about Spain was how culturally diverse it was. Spain is literally like 4 countries. Right now we live in Andalucía, the southern portion, and it's very much kind of like living in Alabama. A lot of country folks, the horses, the county fair, that whole deal, and it's been great.
But everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You go right about 2 or 3 hours, and you get to England, which is the Rock of Gibraltar. So you can actually drive over into the Rock, and you are literally in England. It's amazing. I didn't know that was there. Then if you go north, you get up to Costa del Sol, where we actually want to retire. Malaga, that's the home of Pablo Picasso, that kind of area. A lot of British, a lot of Germans and British are there, and it's a really nice beach. Marseille, Marbella.
And then you keep going north.
And you keep going north, and then you're going to get the
Which
Barcelona,
is
Valencia.
Catalonia.
This is Catalonian. They speak their own language. The Catalonian region up there.
Northeast.
Northeast. And then once you go up there, you go take a left, and then you're going to run into the Basque region, San Sebastian, Bilbao. Then you go left again, and then you're going to be at the Galicians, which are completely different. You know what I
Galicia
mean?
is kind of rainforesty. It's
Very rainforesty,
tropical,
yeah.
very green, a lot of fish
Yeah.
and stuff up there. So that's right above Portugal.
It is. And the other thing I didn't realize was how big and influential the Moorish country was here, the Muslims from Morocco that came here. And they've been here for, 800 years or plus.
They were some of the first.
They
Yeah.
were some of the first, yeah, until they got pushed out by the
Phoenicians.
Christians, and the Phoenicians were here before. But that's where a lot of the Spaniards get their color from, was from the Moors coming over. It's really, really fascinating stuff, really cool. So that was really interesting. Just seeing, you'll see a lot of Moorish temples and Moroccan temples and Christian churches that are built on top of Moorish temples and stuff. So very cool. There's a lot of history here, and you can literally go into any town and see something new. And that's
Every
thousands of
town
years
has
old.
a cathedral. Every town has a plaza.
Yeah.
And it's so nice here too, because the children, they're not on iPads. They're not on phones. They're
Yeah.
it's still almost like the U.S. in the 70s and 80s. people are talking. It's a whole family sitting at a table. Mother, father, grandparents. They do things together. The kids will find something to play with, and they just play instead of being on a phone or. That's really kind of cool. It's cool to see. It's kind of refreshing.
So if you're in the U.S. and let's say you're a military member or a government official, and you get orders to southern Spain, you're staying in Rota or that area down there, um, my advice to you is don't be scared. It's going to be an amazing experience.
Yeah,
Live out in
we've loved
town,
it.
get involved with the community, and see stuff and travel and do those things. You're in for an amazing experience. It's really, really been a good time for us. Negatives are very few. I mean, the negative things would probably be petty theft.
But they're not after your life. They just
Want stuff.
still go through your cars on the
But
road
you're gonna
every
have
now and
that.
then.
You're gonna have that anywhere. But it gets annoying. But it's not prevalent everywhere. But
No.
it happens.
No
But
worries.
the other thing I would say is probably if when you come out here is just have an open mind. Understand that you're not gonna have Target here. Although they have the same thing. They have Carrefour. They've got what's the other one?
El Campo.
El Campo. They've got a couple of
Mercadona,
Mercadona.
Supersol.
They got pretty much everything here. Some stuff's better. Some stuff's not as better. But overall, it's pretty much the same stuff, really. And cheaper, and sometimes better quality. So, what are you gonna do? Get yourself a custom-made suit. Enjoy. What else? I guess that would be it, really. Enjoy your time. Enjoy the
Slow
sun.
down.
Slow down.
It's a little hard to get used to coming from fast-paced America where service, I mean, people just kiss your butt everywhere you go because they're wanting a tip. The tipping culture is very different here. People
Correct.
actually get paid a normal wage to be waiter. So they're not on top of you. Sometimes being American and sometimes it's a little annoying. You're like, is anybody going to come take my order? And you'll sit there for 20 minutes and eventually find out that you're supposed to go inside to order, but nobody's going to tell you that. You kind of just have to get used to that kind of stuff. But they don't expect a tip from you. So that's a little different. But I mean, they're great people. You just kind of have to not be in a hurry. Which is annoying at first and sometimes still annoying, but people, they just enjoy their life. They are, tranquila is the word for it. That's kind of the phrase of Spain is tranquila, like just chill out. So it's nice after you kind of get used to it.
Yeah. So those were our thoughts, closing thoughts on what we loved about Spain. As we head back to America, we're gonna miss it
I'm sad to leave.
very much. We'll be back. I think we're gonna retire out here. But so if you're coming out to Spain and you're American and you're kind of like, whoa, what are we doing? Get out here and explore. It's really, really an amazing experience. And that's all we got, really.
That's all we got.
Until next
Adios.
time.